Cell phone addiction is real. Addiction is real. Emotional illiteracy is real. This book right here addresses all those issues. It deals with emotional literacy, cell phone addiction, interpersonal communication, and more. 10P program, we're predicated upon teaching emotional literacy to everybody with a heartbeat. If you have somebody that's incarcerated or formerly incarcerated, or you trying to prevent from being incarcerated, go to 10pprogram.org and order them one of these today. Peace.
Can you say your name, please?
Sonia Williams.
All right, Miss Williams, where are you from?
I'm from Fresno, California.
From Fresno. How long you been living in Fresno?
Pretty much all my life, so coming on 60 years.
All right, and so what are we doing here? What's this event?
Well, I'm here to celebrate Juneteenth and seeing all these lovely booths and the artists and individuals that are here to make changes and difference in people's lives.
All right. So let's get into what you do, what inspires you. So what's your inspiration? What are we going to talk about
You know
today?
what? I did something like I turned my passion of traveling into my home-based business. So I'm now an entrepreneur doing that.
Congratulations.
And expanding it to others, that opportunity as well.
Okay.
To supplement income and change their way of financial blueprint.
All right. And so what inspired you to do what you do?
Actually, just the love of travel. And so
Okay.
now, not only do I get to see the world, I save money, make money, and actually showing other people how they can turn their passion into their financial gain.
Okay. So I'm going to get the background here with Gain Ground. All right. So you know Tamaya of Gain Ground, is that right? Okay.
Met her through a real estate program. We went to Florida years ago.
Okay. So in terms of your understanding of real estate and so forth out here in California, what do you think about the real estate? Because for me, real estate's gone skyrocket, sky high.
Yes.
And so just kind of transferring that into what you do and so forth, because things are so expensive, right? And so forth. What could you recommend in terms of when people they're trying to be on a budget and so forth? How can you help them out with
Are
that?
you referring with travel or just with?
Yeah, with housing, travel, just anything, just in general.
You have to make a budget. We can have so much in life, but you have to plan for it. And sometimes there's sacrifices that have to be made.
Okay.
But when it comes to housing and the real estate market, we need to own land. That's important because that's something, that's a legacy. And that's what we really want to encourage people, is to develop a legacy that you can leave for your children's children.
Okay.
And so we need property.
Okay. So speaking of legacy, I spoke to you about reparations a little bit earlier. There's a couple of forms about reparations. It could be compensation, housing, education. What is your understanding of reparations, and just trying to get your thoughts on that?
Actually, I'm glad you asked because my knowledge of it, my educational level of reparations,
Reparations?
Reparations.
It's all good, family. It's all good.
It's very little, but as my eyes have been opened because that is something we are entitled to, and we need to have more people spreading the word about it. Because like I said, I'm very naive to it, but I know it's something important. So the more we talk about it and educate people, that's going to make a big difference in promoting this.
Absolutely. And so you mentioned about we're old, right? So you mentioned about we're old, right?
But we're old.
We're old, okay. So in terms of political education, I briefly talked about like knowing history and so forth. How important do you think it is for education in general, but political education in particular?
I honestly think it's very important and very much needed, especially at this time and day. There are a lot of us out here that are uneducated about what's going on. So for us to not even know what's really right, we also need to know what's wrong. But if we're not aware of what's really out there to provide for us, we're missing a big piece. And so we can't take action if we don't even know what we're up against. So education is very, very important to get out here to the community.
Okay. So is there anything else that you would like for the people to know?
You know, my biggest thing is life is short, and that's why I do enjoy travel, but also take advantage of this time, educating ourselves, myself included. But if you would like to plan a family vacation, I'm Sonia Williams. My number is 559-500-8499. I'd be more than happy to help you create some memories.
Okay. All right. Thank you.